Yo, yo, yo. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're at. What's up, peoples? What's up? BFX Tales. What's happening? What's happening? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. See if we can catch some trades today. See if we can catch some moves. Oof, 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 oof. I'm actually in these gold cells. That's what took me a minute. I'm actually in these cells right here. Wish me luck. Wish me luck. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. If it closes above here on the 15, I might get out. I was a bit locked in. But I got a closure below, price creating lower highs. I do want to reduce the size of this stop loss. Not gonna lie, stop loss is a bit big. Do you know what? I can't even count this as an on-stream trade because I didn't take it on here, but I am in these cells right here. Benny, what's good? You're in cells right now? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, gold. So, I mean, looking at the 4 hour, if it breaks this low right here, I think we're good to go. And another thing is like we pushed above these Asian highs and price has just been struggling. I should have started the stream like 10 minutes earlier. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? Good morning. Let's see how this goes. It's looking good. Yeah, let's go, let's go. I mean, it's a pretty clean range all the way down to this support right here. I'm good, man, I'm good. I'm hoping to catch some of this gold trade down, close some partials at least, if gold wants to move, if it behaves itself. I actually took a break of this low right here. Break of this low. So if I get a wick fill around here, about 47 pips, 50 pips, then I will take 80% off and just let the runner run. Let the runner run. Well, I wouldn't mind a retest of the support. Not a bad look. But how's everyone's morning? Alright, let's do a quick analysis on gold. So gold, we had a bit of a pullback yesterday from the highs. You know, this 4 hour created a resistance. We failed to push up and make a new high. Broke this low, sold back down. You're in a sell from last night? Oh, good, good. What's your TP? What's your TP? So this daily is struggling to push up. Failing to fill this wick, but I'm still very bearish on gold. Bullish, sorry. Still very bullish on gold. Looking for gold to create some structure. So resistance, support, continue pushing up, but I'm not opposed to a bit of a pullback, you know? 4 hours still looking good for buys, as in we've got the resistance, got the support. It's just this 4 hour candle is very weak right here. Very weak. We haven't broken a previous high, but we haven't broken the low either. And now the 1 hour, you know, we're creating some downtrend structure on the 30-minute. Listen out for my door, I'm expecting a delivery. So yeah, let's see what gold's trying to do. If it can pull back some more, that's great. That would be great. $48.04. Okay, not bad, not bad. Let's see, I hope it does come down. This 1 hour's making a decent top wick. Sorry, I don't know why it's done that. There we go. Yeah, 4 hours making a decent top wick. I mean, new 1 hour's making a decent top wick here. But look, lower highs, new low right here. So let's see how this thing plays out. Anytime I have a bigger stop loss, I always reduce my position size. I'll half it. Because not trying to lose, you know, 160 pips, full lot size, dangerous. But let's see if we can break this 4 hour low, this previous 4 hour low. I think we get a good push down. Right now we're just hovering at the daily flip. But I've got the retest of this broken support. Little break and retest, not bad, not bad. You've got to get your 500k back. Oh, not me. Oof. Why do you even bring that up, man? That's rough. But yeah, now gold was due a bit of a pullback. This is good. This is good. This is good. Haroon! What's happening? What's happening? Gold doesn't want to push down for me. Come on, golds. Be nice. Play nice. As long as it stays below this support, I like it. Oof. 15 just tapped into the support though. That's no good. We don't have a top wick on this 15-minute candle right here. Alright, so we do have news today. Double news day, GDP. Alright, so final GDP, 25th of September. Was it the only news that day? So we had unemployment claims as well. Very good numbers. Okay, not bad. 25th of September. And December the 5th. Alright, let's start with the 25th of September. Let's see how this played out. 25th. Always on a Thursday. Alright, so that was very good numbers and price well, gold dropped. It's kind of like where we are right now. Sell back to the bottom of the range. What's your problem, Benny? Alright, so if you get some good numbers, we could see some sells on gold. What was the other news? Core PCE price index, December the 5th. Was that at 3 or 1:30? 3 o'clock. So that was at 3. 3. So that was bullish for gold. As expected. Oh, but there was a bunch of news. Okay, so we can't really go by that news. Can't really go by that one. When there's mixed data, you can't really go by the reaction. It's a bit difficult. Oh, gold is coming up. This is no good. Yeehaw, hello. How you doing? What's that? Gold don't look like it wants to come down, man. Let's chop this. Damn, gold pushing back up. What was your entry, Kamar? I don't know, man. These sales ain't looking too hot right now. As long as we stay below 480, 4831. As long as we stay below this resistance, I think the sales still look good. Because we did have a breakout on the opposite side. Like for buys, you know, we've tapped into this daily flip and we're pushing up from there. We failed to break the previous 4-hour low. And this last 15-minute doesn't have a top wick, or barely has a top wick. No top wick. So we could come up, grab some orders before coming back down. So be very careful there. Let's see what pound yen's saying. Pound yen. Pound yen. Afternoon. What's happening, Michael? GJ. Oh, this bullish continuation pattern's looking very good for GJ. Broke the highs, pushing up. Real nice. Feel yesterday's wick. Though this 4-hour has broken this previous low, that's not a good look. US 30. Have I got no analysis? Oh, I was showing someone US NAS this morning. What's the plan for today, Michael? What's the plan? The super scalper. Super scalper. That's what I'm gonna call you. 200%. Love that. Love that. Love it. One second. Let's do this. Oof. So gold 15. That's what I said. If it closed back in this range, I'd get out of my trade. Yeah, I don't like that. You know, it's like a fake out. And obviously this 15 just tap this support here and push back up. Nah. No bueno. No good. No good. Gold is dangerous, boy. Nas had some crazy movement yesterday. Push up, dropped all the way back down, came back up. So I was thinking about here for a zone, a demand zone yesterday. I was in the sell already. 48.36. Okay, in and out, yeah? In and out. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. 48.51. Okay. Looks like gold's coming back up. In and out. There you go. Why am my analysis staying on these days? There we go. Oh, still pushing. Oof. Right, do we make that 15-minute top wick? Yes, we did. Break even. Yeah. It's a nasty move back up. It's like a fake out. Closed outside the range, closed right back up in here. Right back up in the range. Gold is very bullish, very bullish. One thing I wouldn't recommend is trying to catch the top, trying to sell the top. Wait for the pullbacks and then catch them buys back up. It's a shame this support didn't hold. It'll be a nice buys from here. It's a shame. So seems like a lot of people getting faked out. I really thought once we had this breakout, that we would sell back down to Asian lows, because yesterday this drop happened late. Did anyone catch this last night? Well, not last night, but anyone catch this yesterday? It was a very late move, very late in the session. So this happened right after the stream. Sold, popped back up, still held above this support, then created kind of a double top, and then finally broke, and then came down to Asian lows. But this is way too late for me to be taking trades. Way too late. What's my IG? Trader Mickey. It's at the top of the screen. It's at the top of the screen. Right here. See that? That's the IG. I'm not really that active on it. I should be more active, but you know, creating content and stuff is very long. One thing with like trading full time is I don't want trading to be my whole day. I don't want it to be my whole day. I don't want it to be every single thing I do. It already kind of controls my sleep when I'm up. You know, I spend London session at the charts, NY session with you guys, and then I don't want to spend like hours on social media as well, you know. Ooh, gold, where we going? To the moon. If we get a breakout, if we get a closure above, then I really like the buys, actually. What do you reckon? Buy trade right now? Buy trade soon? Closure above 48.37? There you go, you got a little follow back there. Nice, it's just ranging, there are no levels. Up to 48.60. Where do you guys get your TPs from? I would like it all the way back to the highs, you know. I mean, I go for clean ranges. I like clean ranges. So first stop would be 48.50, and then next stop would be 48.79. But I mean, we might as well just take it all the way to the highs at that point, you know. All the way up. If we get a closure above, gold looks like it's going to be messing about here. Hopefully not. Come on, one more push. One little push. 60 pips from here. Let's close above. Yeah, I sent a request back. I do follow backs, you know. Oof. One thing about having news, one thing when it's a news day is price loves to play about. When we don't have news, we get some nice clean movement. But as soon as you got news, we get these ranges, this consolidation. We have to wait for the breakout. How are you guys holding up in your cells? You still holding these cells? Now, from what I'm seeing, we are making like lower lows. Now, as long as we close below this resistance, we could keep dropping. As in, we could be maintaining this downtrend structure, but yeah, fundamentally still very bullish on gold. I spend 2 hours on the chart, then I leave. Nice. What sessions do you trade? I trade London and NY, so I'm doing what, like 2 hours, 2.5 hours in the morning, and then what, 2 hours with you guys, 2.5. So yeah, maximum about 6 hours a day, maximum. And then outside of that, I still have like one-to-ones with people. So literally, I'm still spending about 8 hours on trading stuff per day. Half my waking day is still on the charts, trading. Might as well have a 9 to 5. Are we back? Bit of a lag there. I think we're back. Are we good? Sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. Good, 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 good. We're back. Good, good. So look, are we creating a lower high to continue down? This range is not very nice. Stopped out. The price continues. Oh, you got stopped out. Oh shit. Yeah, it was a nasty pullback. It was a nasty pullback. We'll buy from 47.90. Okay, you want a nice little drop. Okay. If this 4 hour can actually break this previous 4 hour low or close bearish, then I think we have a resistance here to continue down. Oh shoot, so that was the news candle right there anyway. That news wasn't very high impact, was it? Had a nice little push down. How did it come out? So it came out as expected. As expected. Ash, good morning, good morning. What's happening? Just watching this weak news candle, not do nothing. No, I can't say it didn't do anything because it did drop, didn't it? We did have a little bit of a drop right here. 100 pips. You know, it was a 100 pip drop on this news. Now we wait for the next one. But no breakout, no nothing. We're just still within this minor little range right here. Just got word your bestie isn't feeling well. What? Last night she was good. What happened? She probably got food poisoning from that chicken she made. First time she cooks. Let me message her. That chicken fucked you up, huh? No, we are the worst. We are the Ashley. Oh, we are the worst. How supportive we are. should leave the cooking to us. If she got more of that chicken for lunch, better throw that away. That is too... No, that's not even funny. Poor thing. She was up mad early this morning as well. Alright, gold, so we're not going to get this breakout just yet. It's just teasing at this daily flip, but not really pushing down. What are your gold thoughts? Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what gold wants to do. If the 4 hour breaks this low before it closes, if it closes below, yeah, I want it to push below the daily flip and break this previous 4 hour low right here. So 48.14, and then sell back down to the Asian lows. That's what I'm looking for. But at the same time, we keep pushing down and respecting this 4 hour low. So if we close bullish on this 4 hour, then I think we're going back up. So I'm either waiting for this current 4 hour to close bearish, creating a resistance, or yeah, just being a weak bullish candle and pushing back up, because we have a strong support here and an engulfing, and we're still quite bullish on gold. So I'm in two minds. Right, gold, are we gonna get that drive? See you tomorrow, the last day of week. Okay. I'm going to hold one position on sale and see how it goes tomorrow. Good luck, Kumar. Good luck. Hope it goes well for you, man. I hope it goes well for you. If it goes up, I'm selling at 48.52. Okay, yeah, I kind of have this area. It's a resistance up here. Not bad. What entry do you have for the swing? All right, there we go. We're gonna get that drive down now. Go on, Goldie, go. Alright, go on, break through the daily flip, break this 4-hour low, then I think we get a bit more of a pullback, at least down to 4,800, 47.96, 4-hour support, give us a little retest. Alright, broke that 4-hour low. Let's see how this candle closes. This is looking good for some continued sells. This is looking good. Benny, gold be gold, man. Gold be gold. It was a difficult sell. Like, this area was a difficult sell only because the daily flip was right here. Do you know what I mean? No more of a drive down. 15 minutes about to close. See what I mean though? The structure still stayed pretty bearish. It's still making lower highs. All sells are selling. Alright, we've got the new 15 just opened. So now this sell actually looks better for the closure below because we actually broke the 15-minute low as well. Now I wouldn't take even though it's a nice little drop, I wouldn't take the sells here. Not right before the new 4-hour candle opens. I wouldn't take it right here. This, looking at the 15 now, this would have been a nice entry here. This actually would have been a nice little sells down here. Pin bar, lower high. Is that my delivery? Benny, I'm in again. You ain't playing today. No. You ain't playing today. No, I couldn't. I need to wait. I would need to wait for the new 4-hour because I'd expect a top wick. I would expect a top wick. Maybe even a retest of this level, like 48.23. Just a wick up and then sells down. I thought gold was going to keep pushing before this news. Same. I was actually preparing to take a breakout trade. I was actually planning to take a breakout if we closed above this resistance just further up. I thought the 4-hour would fill this wick and then, yeah, maybe retest the highs. But don't forget we have more news in an hour. And that last news, the what was the last highs? The last news, PCE price index that we just looked at, 5th of September. So it was bullish for gold. It was quite, not crazy bullish, but we pushed up, new highs, and then dumped. Let's see how price acts at Asian high. Man, so it keeps on messing around here. Like, say Asian highs right here. Came down, closed back in the range, pushed back out, closed back in the range. So let's see if we actually get a follow through now. But I mean, this 4-hour candle does look like gold wants to continue selling if we close how we are now. Bearish, respecting that previous high, broke the low. I want a bit more of a push though, a bit more of a push. You know, close below the lows, a bit of a stronger bearish body, because this is quite weak at the moment. To your second TP, 4804. Yeah, man, let's get there for Kamar at least. I'm holding some buys. Oh, so I have to make the decision of whether to close or not. Where do you get in? Where's your buys at? I liked the buys until we broke this 4-hour low. And obviously gold is very bullish. But yeah, I was expecting news maybe to give us a wick fill. Previous 4-hour wick fill, something like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Also, we filled this gap very quickly. You know what I mean? Filled this gap. So that's out the way. 47.76 and 47.85. I don't like how the H4 broke the low as well. Yeah. It looked like it was going to reject when it pushed up just before the news. It did look like it was going to go back up, but you never know what gold's going to do until it does it. Oh, look, push right back up. Right back up. Second L, man. Yeah, you gotta be easy. So I don't take trades before the new 4-hour candle, man. Awanda has an M30 top wick, but my broker doesn't. Ooh. Yeah, so with this Awanda, it's a gap too. You see how the little gap? That's a little gap. That's not good. Yeah, my broker looks just like Awanda. It's got a little gap and this little top wick. Very little. Very tiny little gap in the wick. That is a wild statement. Break and retest, maybe? This 4-hour candle is not very it's not very helpful, is it, in giving us a direction at the moment. Let's see if we close with a doji and some long wicks. What's this, the last 5 minutes? This is where we get the push. See if we're going to be up or down. Alright, what's everything else doing? GJ, we're getting a bit of a pullback. Did we have power news this morning? I'm sure we did. Was it today? No, today was the only day it didn't. I'm actually looking forward to Bank of Japan policy rate during Asian session. Never exactly know what time it is, but it's usually quite bullish for GJ. I think this is when we had the last bullish push December the 19th. Look, 319. For the GJ traders out here, it's usually just a bullish day. Bang. So the news was about, here we go, this crazy candle right here. We always have a little spike down and then it just bullish pretty much all day. So I'm gonna have my eye on that tonight or tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. I don't think they're changing their rates at all, although they have been increasing it recently. Let's see. Yeah, look, they're keeping it the same, so I think we'll get that initial spike down and then a drive up. Well, we have a ton of news tomorrow. We've got pound retail sales, manufacturing, PMIs, flash PMIs for the pound and USD. It's going to be fun. Oh, gold. Is this how we're closing on a 4 hour with a weak body? Come on. Gold doesn't respect us. Damn, we came right back up. Right back up. That's crazy. This price action is the worst, man. It's a joke, innit? Back up out of Asian range. Back out the Asian range before the 4 hour candle closes. Your buys are still looking good right now, if you're still in. Alright, so we've got a new 4 hour candle opening. Oof. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, this don't look good for the sales for me. The 4 hour, we have, the only thing why I wouldn't call this a continuation pattern to go up is the first candle is a bit weak. But I know you saw that. The 1 hour looks like a continuation pattern going down. Ooh. That's not nice. It's not nice. Alright, we've got news in an hour, so let's see what news does. Let's see what news is doing now. Ooh. Was he the cause of the afternoon tank yesterday? Yeah, of course he was. Definitely. But it wasn't like super high impact though, because it wasn't a massive sell-off, was it? We still closed bullish for the day. We just had a bit of a reaction to what he said. That's more what it was. It was just a bit of a reaction to what he said. It dropped almost 1,000 pips in 30 minutes. It was a massive drop, and then came right back up. And then came right back up. Look. And then pulled right back. So I mean, if it was like super high impact, then I wouldn't say it would change the trend, but we would definitely get, I think, continued sells. But we're not getting that. We're not getting that. I was in drawdown hoping for sales, so when it happened, I was grateful for whatever BS he was spewing. You know, Trump is always going to say something. He's always going to say something, that man. And there's going to be more coming, so that's one thing we have to look out for, because he really wants Greenland for their... What's he say? It's for safety, something like that. Security. They can't protect themselves. They need the US to protect them, or something like that. I need to look into it some more, but he's been banging on about Greenland for a few months now. There's some people are saying he's not going to get it. He said he's not going to use force. He's not going to use the army. He's not going to use... I mean, he's not going to invade it. But if he doesn't get his way, he might do. I mean, you know, he changes his mind. I wonder how the folks that live in Greenland feel. I don't know if it will make much of a difference to what they have going on there. I think he just wants to establish a US base there. I think another thing that's important to look out for is the tariff stuff, because I believe it's going to the Supreme Court, and they might rule it unconstitutional for Trump to change these tariffs the way that he has. So they might all of them tariffs that he's put in place, they might get scrapped. So that's going to be something to watch out for. Definitely can be yeah, it's the Supreme Court. You gotta keep up on this shit, man, even if you're not a fundamental trader, because it's the timing of when this happens. If all of a sudden the court is ruling like next week about the tariffs, you have to be aware that that's going on, because that's going to be a big thing. It's definitely going to impact the market. It's going to impact USD. It's going to impact stocks, gold. So lower courts have ruled that in this case that the president does not have the authority to levy tariffs at all. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll keep you posted. Keep you posted. All right, gold. I honestly don't see any setups right here how gold is right now. So even though we're making lower lows, we've had two breakouts, two closures below, and then we've just pushed right back up into this range. Let me sit up. Oh. I'm too cozy. I'm too cozy. And gold is not giving me no excitement. So I'm just chilling. It's making me sleepy. Bullish again. He'll drag it out. What, the Thurs stuff? He might do. He has the potential to. If he wanted to drag it out, he can drag it out. Gold is really just chilling in this range. Gold is really just chilling. Is anyone still holding a trade? Is anyone still holding? Ash, you're holding buys. I think Kamar's holding sells. I know Michael's looking for buys from 47 somewhere. Could there be a final tap on the 5 minutes bearish trend line? Five-minute bearish trend line. Oh, like down here. Are you looking at the top or the bottom? It's usually the top, isn't it? I don't know. I like a couple retests to confirm a trend line. It's a couple retests. I mean, looking at these 4-hour candles, gold is definitely trying to range. Gold is chilling right where it's at. It's chilling. We need a breakout. We need a breakout. So the news might give us a breakout. It might not. It might not. Just have to wait and see what gold is trying to do. Yeah, I'm in the buys. I don't know for how much longer. Asian session trades too far into NY session. Excuse my bias. I hear that. I hear that. I think if I was gonna hold a trade, it would be London into NY, but I don't think I'd hold it Asian to NY. That's a bit too long for me. Definitely be married to a bias. Definitely. Jeez. But gold really loves these 48.20s. I can't believe how little this 4-hour candle has moved. They seem to just be getting weaker and weaker. So yeah, when that volume kicks in, it's going to be good. It's going to be a good push. It is going to be a good push. What bias do you like more? Oof. I actually don't like any bias more, you know. Like I can see both buys and sells. I can see the sells because the previous 4-hour candle broke on the low respect to that high and closed very weak bearish, and potentially today creating a lower high to continue down. I can see that for the sells. I can see it happening. But those conditions mean we respect this previous 4-hour high and then we break that low. And, you know, break below the daily flip. On the other side, you know, we keep pushing out of Asian highs. We keep rejecting the daily flip. We've got wicks on either sides of the candle, and overall gold is bullish. So I can see both. I just need the confirmations. Right now I have no confirmations for either or. I'm going in now at a sell at 48.30. In and out. Stop loss to break even as soon as possible. Good luck, man. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. I hope it just taps that level for you. I hope. Yo, what do you think for gold? I thought unemployment claims would make it drop. It was unemployment claims, it was final GDP. I think final GDP was the one that made it bearish more than unemployment claims. So it did have a little 100 pip drop. The move down, it was more than 100 pips. It was definitely bearish. 175 pips, but it just wasn't sustainable. Gold is still very bullish. Push down into Asian range and then pop right back up. Pop right back up. So any news right now? Yeah, I had a sell limit order on, but it didn't trigger me in. Shit. The way I trade gold, news with gold anyway, unless it's gonna be like super high impact, like interest rates or something like that, where it could literally change the direction, I see any news action as just a quick drive, and then we continue bullish. Yeah, that's kind of how I see certain news anyway. We'll get that little spike, but it will continue in whatever trend it's going in. Right now gold is doing nothing. 2 lots of news and we haven't gone nowhere. I'm thinking CPI will take it to Asian lows and then pop up. CPI. Oh, the core price index. Mickey, I'm seeing gold pushing up. It could go up. It could go up. It could. Like I said, I see both biases. I could see ideas for the sells. I could see ideas for the buyers. I wouldn't take any trades inside this range. I wouldn't take anything. I would need a breakout of this. A breakout of these levels. I don't even know if that happens, because we've had breakouts. We had a support here, it was broken. Support there, it was broken. Pushed up. Broke below, pushed right back up. So yeah, I would have thought a break of these 4-hour lows, we would have continued the drive. But yeah, man, gold is making us wait. I'm gonna wait till after core PCE price index, because I wouldn't want to take a trade before the news anyway. This is just nothing is happening right now. This is just where you wait. I was talking to someone earlier about consolidation, and if you have a big range, then sometimes you can trade the range. But if you've got a range like this, it's not good. It's no good. It's no good. Oh yeah, my delivery's coming. Lovely, 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 lovely. So you see the buys. Where do you see the buys from? What's your TP for the buys? Also, we're breaking that previous 30-minute high. Stop loss 25 pips. So what, TP is 75, 50? Oh yeah, you said you're getting in sells, right? 48.30. When I started trading, yeah, one lot on gold, to take a one standard lot on gold used to cost like $300, like $400. Now it costs $965. It costs nearly a rack, 1K, to take a one lot trade, to open a one lot trade on gold. Madness. Madness. That's mad. And I see these margins, man. Jeez. Madness. TP to my buy zone around 47.90. So you would get into a trade before this news comes out. That's very brave. That's if the price comes up there, you would get in. So you want sells from here. You want sells from right here. Where's it at? Sells from here with a 25 pip stop loss. Down to here. And then buys back up from here. To where? With a 25 pip stop loss. This is a very exact trade you're looking for. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see if it works out for you. Hope it does. It's a very specific analysis right there. Drew my trend line on the 5 minutes from 48.39.9. I'm expecting at least a tap and rejection or a forceful breakout of the trend. That should give a somewhat clearer shift. Okay, 48.39. Oh, from up here. Do you use the wicks? You use the wick highs or do you use the bodies? I feel like you probably use the wicks. I feel like you probably use the wicks. You're in. Oof. Yo, taking a trade 3 minutes before news. You're a wild boy, Michael. Wild boy. $40 for trust. One thing I can't do is I don't like to buy on I don't like to sell when the price is pushing up. Like, I don't like to sell on a bullish 30-minute candle. I need to sell when the candles are going in my direction. I need to trade in the direction of my candles, basically. 30-minute, 4-hour, daily. All of these candles right now are bullish. There we go. Tap 48.30. We tapped it. Nah, I just don't see the sales just yet. I don't see it yet. But, you know, price is like, if this candle had stayed bearish, the structure had stayed bearish below here, you know, I'd say this was going to be a lower high to continue down, because we have been making lower highs. You know, so as long as we stay below 48.31, the next candle could create the lower high and then drive down again. But yeah, we'll see. All right, here we go. Got some news. Oh no, it's not yet. Half an hour. My bad. Just NYSE open. Alright, so we closed bullish, back up in the range, closed above the previous 30-minute, holding at this support. Tapped into this resistance. Stop loss to break even as soon as possible. You would have to go back to break even first, right? This thing looks like it's going up. $48.34 should hold. Should it? Ash, what's your TP? Ash is quiet. Ash is in these buys. Stop loss hit. Yeah. I can't buy on these bullish candles, man. Can't be buying on these bullish candles. Right, now we've retested this resistance. If this resistance holds, H4 high broken. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's see now if we continue up. We're gonna blast off. Broke that 4-hour high. Broke the highs to the left. I think we get a push now. Yes, buyers definitely. Yeah, man, we're breaking out. Thanks for asking a TP question. That's my issue sometimes, not setting a TP. Where are you trying to get out at? TP the moon. I feel you. I'ma get out where I want to get out. Nice, 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 nice. $48.79 if you get past $48.54. Okay. This was a nice push up, man. Do you know what? This 30-minute here closing above. And do you know what? We've had moves like this quite recently where we're in a range, we've had a bit of a pullback, and then we've blasted off from the middle of the range. So that happened. Not there. It would have been not here. And then we've like pushed up and broken out. Here was one. We're in the range, we dropped down, but now that's more of a retest down there now, somewhere in the middle of the range. No, it's like the first week. No, these are like retesting. But yeah, we've had this where we haven't quite had breakouts, but we've broken out. The H4 breaking prior low sent mixed signals 100%. 100%. That's why I said I wasn't sure. If I'm not sure, I'm not going to trade. I'm not going to trade because I'm not going to take a trade in the middle of the range. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Oh, shit. But I like a breakout if we can continue. But now we have news in the next 30-minute candle. Just caught a quick 1% on a sell. Where was this? Oh, just not like literally this pullback right here. Probably gonna come back to the flip. I mean, we did feel this candle pretty quick. I know. I'm still, you know, I like the idea of gold retesting the highs, but we need a catalyst. I hate those huge M5s because it tends to retrace when it's like 150 plus pips. Gold does love a retrace. Does love a retrace. Yeah, we have these big pullbacks. What do you reckon? Wick fill on push up? Or is this resistance going to hold 48.37? 48.30. Yeah. This is some nasty price action though. But you know, after we get a bit of consolidation, a bit of ranging, we usually get a strong breakout. I think that resistance is holding. I mean, we got 22 minutes before we find out. We got 22 minutes till we find out. No, I mean a wick fill of this current candle. This current candle, like if it's gonna fill its own wick. Yeah. Because we've broken above this resistance. We haven't closed yet. And then we have this one here, so. Ash, you know who this is, innit? You know this is Big Mix. What's good? And you know Miss Gold Pippin? Miss Gold Pippin is Ash. Ash Dollar. Ash is locked into some buys. He's got some buys from low. I'm thinking we might test Friday's highs. When price fell during Asian session, it did not test Friday's low, but it was close. And yo, I'm telling you, that's why she's Miss Gold Pippin. She ain't lying. I know you didn't know. It's a phrase. You know this is da da da. You know Frenchie. Yeah, it did come down. It did come down. Ashby Pippin. Nah, if we close above 48.50, oof, this breakout is going to be nice. You do. I don't know when YouTube did this, but at some point YouTube changed everyone's names to, like, I don't know. Everyone's names changed. It's weird. It took off their nicknames. It's a joke. And it done that quite recently as well, because it wasn't like this. It was, yeah, towards the end of last year, I would say. Everyone's screen names just changed. Nah, okay. I just can't have gold retrace on me. That's been my issue. And so you don't trail your stops, do you? Maybe you could, well, the thing is, it's so difficult to even trail stops because gold loves a pullback. Mickey, I told you that I'm seeing buy. You did. You 100% called it. Did you get in? Are you in? What's your TP? $5,000. I love that. There you go, Ash. 5,000. Where was your buy stop? I love it. To the moon we go. Where's my orders? Surely we are going there. Listen, 5,000 is so close. I can taste it. It's so close. I did not expect it. I didn't expect to be in the 4,800s in January. Where did we start? January started... What price did we start at? We started in... 4,300, which was already insane. So for us to be already up in the 4,800s in the space of 22 days is mad. 4,900 would be nice today. Yeah, that's my buy target for today. I think if we retest the highs, we break and continue up. Yeah. What does it taste like? Sellers, tears, and tariffs. Listen, don't everyone trying to call the top and expect these gaps to get filled. I'm just saying, be patient. Be patient. Yes, gaps get filled, but it's a different time with gold. It's a different time. We never have so many gaps in a row that don't get filled. So that shows you that the market is not the same market. You can't expect gold to do the same things it did before. We're not the same old gold. We are not the same old gold. All in all, I'd like to extend my appreciation to you for this kind heart you're already having. I learned your strategy. I really appreciate it, sister. Dr. John. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. No problem. No problem. Right, I'm going to be super cautious on buys next week if gold is still really high as we close the month. Huge weekly gaps. And you know what? The gaps have just gotten bigger and bigger. They just got bigger and bigger and bigger. Look at the size of this. This is huge. What was this, 500 pips? Madness. We're gonna fill it. It's just, you know, gold will fill it in its time. Don't rush. Don't rush. Don't rush. We don't rush. Damn, we could use the doctor the other day with dude who had the migraine. Word. For real. Alright, news in 15. Alright, gold. We're struggling in this range now. We're struggling in this second zone. We're struggling. You're the next stop. Oh, my delivery's about to get here. Woot. So we refilled the wick, pushed up a little bit higher, but we're still struggling to push. Gold moves so crazy these days. You've been extra cautious. Yeah, because you know what, with me, yeah, I've accepted the fact that I might not take a trade every day. Do you know what I mean? I'm okay with that. I'm at a place where I'm okay with that, because when I've wanted to take a trade every day, sometimes I'm forcing it, and then I take a loss, and it just doesn't need to be that. It doesn't need to be that. And then sometimes I get some nice trades during London. can chill for NY, you know? Like I took a very small loss today on the first push, but once the 15 closed back in the range, I was out of the trade. Bam. I got out. I said, nah, I don't like this. That's another thing. I'm quick to cut positions too. If I don't see it go my way, it's getting chopped. Super chopped. Got a package. Package. Alright guys, give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. We back up in this. That is funny. Oh. Alright, what I miss? What does 40 for trust mean? I think he wants to take sells at... Where are you trying to take sells? Yeah, what does that mean? I thought that meant you wanted to take sells at 48.40. But we blasted right through there, boy. 48.40. We've gone through there. What's the level after that? Unless we close below, maybe. But I don't know. 9 minutes till this candle closes and CPI comes out. It's mad that you call it CPI, you know. I mean, it is CPI, but it's not CPI. It's that PCE price index, isn't it? Yes, there's two. In fact, there's a third Michael. That's somewhere. He's not here today. But there's actually three. We need some nicknames. We're gonna have to be like, you know, 420 and 492. I have to give you a lot of numbers. I know, innit? Yeah, please, please. Well, you know, we call one big mix, you know, big mix, big mics. Should put my real name on here. It'll be really confusing. It'll be really confusing. Ba-doing. Inches in thickness. Oh shit. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, nice, good. All right, gold. 5 minutes till this news. 5 minutes till this news. Boom. Namibia. What's it like there? It's not a country you hear of often, you know? It's not a country you hear called often. I really like gold buys, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just looking at the structure on the 4 hour. You know, looks like a little bounce. If we can continue up. But when you get these quick wick fills on the 4 hour time frame, a lot of the time that wick fill can be retraced, especially when it's very early on in the candle. And this wick fill has happened in the first hour, and now we have news coming. So I'm a bit, I don't know. I can see gold pushing up, and I can see a retracement. I can see a retracement, just because also this current 4 hour candle has a very small bottom wick. Very small bottom wick. So if we do push back down to make a longer bottom wick, I think we get a drive down. We're pulling back before the end of this hour. Let me see what the hourly time frame's looking like. So much for our hourly continuation pattern. But you see what I mean, Ash, about the continuation pattern against the trend. Against the trend, it fails a lot of the time when it's against the trend. Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like trading against the trend for it. Direction of the trend, perfect, perfect. All this pullback is nasty. Drop into your buy zone. What, 48.40? Where's your buy zone? I thought you... So that's in my... I don't think I have that noted down under continuation pattern specifically, but I know it's one of the things I have noted. $47.90. You said drop into your buy zone. That's a big drop you're expecting to your buy zone. It was a continuation pattern on that Asian range. Right. But I mean, the daily was still bullish. I think the 4 hours bullish at the time. No, probably not, because it closed bearish. All right, news. Where are you taking us? Where are you taking gold? Where are you trying to take it? Let me see if the spreads are widening. That's how we'll know if we'll get a good pop. This pullback is nasty. Right back to this resistance. Ooh, no bueno. How far did this thing drop? 60, 70 pips. That was a quick drop. 100 pips. 90 pips. 90 pips. Yeah, when it started pulling back below that resistance, yeah, that was not looking good. Not looking good. And then also the thing about, you know, the 4-hour candle wicks getting filled very quickly, it gets retraced, man. It gets retraced. If this 4-hour comes down to where it opened and then flips bearish, I think we actually get a drive down. I actually think we get a drive down to make a longer 4-hour bottom wick. What was the news? How did it come out? Came out as expected. Meh. Meh. As expected. Oh shit. Where did you even get in? I don't even know where you got in. I thought you was waiting to get into some sales down to 47.90. It's buying, no selling pressure here. A well, I need at least a breakout or something, but like I said, when there's news, I expect a reaction and then price to continue in the overall trend. That was my entry on gold. Okay, 48.37. Nice. Oh, you scalping the shit out of gold. I see you, Michael. I see you. I see you. So we've got people in sells, people in buys. It's very conflicting stuff. But right, so for the rest of the session, what am I looking for? I want to see gold break out of this range here. I want to see gold break out of this range. Now we had a nice closure outside the range on the 1 hour. Not a nice closure, but we did get a closure. So as long as we stay above 48.19 on this 1 hour, I'd anticipate gold is going to continue bullish. I would like to see, I do want to see gold push up to 48.50 and close above for some more buys up. That's my idea for today. If we close below 48.19, then I'm looking for gold to come down to Asian lows, retest this support, and then yeah, see what happens if gold gets down here. Damn, Nas dropped. Ooh, this news was not good for Nas, or the opening was not good. Nas, like, the thing is with Nas, yeah, it trades better when it's trending. Right now, it's not trending, so it's very difficult to find. For me, it's difficult to find good entries on it. I like a good trend. I've taken some nice trades when it's actually trending. And pound yen, ooh, GJ's looking good actually. Gij. Low-key, I love consolidation. I know you like to play the range. No trade for me until we get above all-time highs. Oh, you're waiting until we get all the way. Nah, if we close above 48.50, I'm definitely taking some buyers. I'm definitely taking some buyers. Or below 47.60. Damn, you got a long wait. But you like hold your trades anyway, right? You're holding for a minute. So now I hear that. I hear that. But yeah, GJ might look at pound yen if we close above 21340. So I'm gonna wait for this 30-minute candle to close. I don't mind that right there. But yeah, I'm mainly bullish on gold, so I would prefer the buys if gold continues up. Fill the wick, break above, close above, and then keep going. But yeah, guys, I am done for this session for now. Well, for now. Thanks for joining. And what have we got tomorrow? Tomorrow we have a heavy news day. Heavy news day. So we might actually take some GJ trades after yen interest rates. I love it. You're still holding. Wow. You've been holding from that area for a minute. What's your TP? Okay, looking for a break of the high. Okay, that makes sense. You already answered my question. Retail sales, flash PMI. So yeah, this is gonna be heavy on the GJ trades tomorrow morning during London session. So if you're in the Discord, let's get lively. Also, flash PMIs tomorrow afternoon, so that's going to be interesting. We normally get some good moves after PMIs, some good price action, so we'll see. But all right, guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, and I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Peace.